Have you ever wondered what the true secret of happiness is? Is it having cool toys, a huge house, or maybe taking amazing trips around the world? Philosophers, those wise people who spent their whole lives trying to understand the human mind, discovered something very important about happiness that can forever change the way you see life. Carl Jung, a famous thinker, taught that true happiness isn't found only in things you can see or touch, but hidden in a very special place inside of you. Stay with me until the end of this video, because what I'm about to reveal might change the way you find happiness forever. Jung believed that each person carries a sort of secret map inside, full of dreams, thoughts, and hidden feelings, what he called the unconscious. He compared this secret place to those old treasure chests full of mysterious riches, where happiness is often waiting to be found. According to Jung, being truly happy doesn't mean never feeling sad or never having problems. It means being able to understand and listen to the deep feelings that live inside us. And the most curious part is that the great philosophers always agreed. Happiness has much more to do with how you feel on the inside than with the things you own on the outside. Now, imagine you had a magical key that could open this secret chest in your heart and release all the happiness hidden inside. How would you use that key? That's exactly what the philosophers are here to teach us today. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and get ready to discover this precious secret that can transform your life and how you see the world around you. Happiness is closer than you think, and the key to finding it is already within you. Come with me on this incredible journey and uncover the true secret of happiness. Have you ever seen someone trying really hard to find something important on the outside, when all along it was hidden right in their own pocket? That's pretty much how many people live when they're searching for happiness. They think they need more toys, more friends, more things. But Carl Jung taught that often. What we really need isn't out there, it's inside of us. And to find it, we need to learn how to listen to our own heart. Jung said that we all have a true self, a very special and unique part that lives within each one of us. This self knows what really makes us feel good, what warms our heart, and brings us a soft smile. But sometimes this self gets hidden because we're afraid, ashamed, or too busy trying to please others. When you try to be what others expect and not who you really are, you drift away from your true happiness. Happiness, according to Jung, appears when you start truly getting to know yourself. It's like turning on a light inside a dark cave and discovering a beautiful place that was always there. But to turn on that light, you need the courage to look inward and ask hard questions like, what truly makes me happy? Or, why am I feeling sad today? These might seem like simple questions, but they can open incredible doors inside your mind and heart. Many children, and even adults, think that feeling sadness, anger, or fear is something bad. But Jung believed that these emotions are part of who we are. He said that we can only be truly happy when we understand and accept all our feelings, even the ones that seem ugly. Because every emotion carries an important message, like a little signal saying, "Hey, look at me, I have something to teach you." So, if you want to start discovering the secret of happiness, the first step is learning to listen to yourself. Take some time just for you, sit in silence, take a deep breath, and ask, how am I feeling today? You'll be surprised by the answers your heart can give. Happiness begins there, when you start getting closer to yourself and learn to become your own best friend. Carl Jung often spoke about something he called the shadow. But wait, it's not the shadow that shows up when the sun hits you. Jung's shadow is everything we keep hidden inside and try not to show others, like when you feel envy, anger, or even shame about something you did. We pretend we don't feel these things, but they're still there, quietly waiting for a chance to come out. And here's the secret. Happiness doesn't come from hiding the shadow. It comes when you look at it with kindness. Jung said that to feel whole, you need to accept every part of yourself, even the parts that seem bad. Because only when we understand our dark emotions can we turn them into something beautiful. Like when sadness teaches us to care more for others, or when anger shows us that something needs to change. The philosophers talked about this too. Socrates, for example, used to say, "Know thyself." That means the more you understand who you are, with all your good and not so good parts, the more you grow on the inside. And growing on the inside is the safest path to true happiness. There's no point in pretending to be perfect. What makes you special is being exactly the way you are, with everything you carry within. Have you ever tried to hide a feeling, only for it to grow even bigger? It's like trying to push a ball underwater. It eventually pops back up with force. The shadow works like that too. But when you stop, take a breath and pay attention to it, it stops being scary. And little by little, you start realizing that even the hard emotions have an important place in your life. That's why the second step to finding happiness is this: welcome your shadow. Talk to it. Try to understand what it's trying to say. When you do that, you grow, you mature, and you become a lighter, more genuine person. And the more honest you are with yourself, the closer you get to feeling that calm kind of happiness. The kind that doesn't need noise, just truth. Carl Jung believed we are all like heroes on a very special journey. But unlike stories with castles and dragons, this adventure happens inside us. He called it the individuation process. Sounds complicated, right? But it is just the fancy name Jung gave to the path we take to become who we truly are. And this path is full of discoveries, challenges, and also joyful moments. Every time you choose to listen to your heart, understand your feelings, and follow what makes sense to you, not just what others expect, you are taking a step on that journey. It's like climbing a mountain. Sometimes the path is tough and you feel like giving up. But when you keep going anyway, you grow stronger inside. And what you see from the top is so beautiful that it makes everything worth it. On this journey, you'll discover that happiness isn't a finish line. It's not just at the end when everything is perfect. Happiness is found along the way, in small victories, in those moments when you look in the mirror and feel proud of who you're becoming. It's that warm feeling that shows up when you do what you love, when you help someone, or when you manage to face a fear. Jung said that the soul needs meaning. That means we feel truly happy when life has a purpose, when what we do feels valuable. And that has nothing to do with being famous or making lots of money. It's about being useful, feeling connected to something greater, and being part of the world just by being who you are. Even an honest conversation or a heartfelt hug can fill life with meaning. So, remember, you are on a journey, and every step you take to know yourself better is a step toward happiness. Don't rush. Enjoy the path. Each day you learn more about yourself, and the more you understand yourself, the stronger, wiser, and happier you become. Carl Jung said that the people around us act like mirrors. That means, many times, what you feel inside shows up in your relationships with others. And it also means that what you admire, or even what bothers you, in someone else might be revealing something about you. So, if you want to be happy, you need to pay attention to how you connect with those around you. Happiness, according to Jung, isn't a place you reach alone. It's built with others. When you have the courage to be honest with people, when you speak from the heart, and truly listen to what the other person has to say, you create real bonds. And it's in those bonds that joy finds space to grow. Happiness lives in hugs, in shared laughter, in the kind of conversation that warms your heart. But to truly connect with others, you first need to be connected with yourself. You can't give love if you don't love yourself. You can't build trust if you're always hiding. Jung taught that the more aware you are of who you are, the more capable you are of building real relationships. That S, because you stop trying to please everyone and start attracting the people who truly match your energy. And you know what's magical? When you start being your true self, the right people begin to show up. It's like the universe responds to your heart. Friends appear, your family feels lighter, even strangers seem kinder. That's because you're becoming a reflection of your own happiness. And happiness is contagious. It spreads when it's real. Why the fourth step to being happy is this: allow yourself to build real connections. Look people in the eyes, speak from the heart, hug more, say you're sorry when you're wrong, and above all, be present. Because life happens in the now, and it's in this very moment that the most important people in your story live, including yourself. We've reached a very special point in our journey. After looking inward, embracing the shadow, following the path of self-discovery and connecting with others, you discover something powerful. Happiness is not a prize you win at the end of life. It's a choice you make every single day, even when it's hard, even when nothing seems to be working. Carl Jung said that the most important thing isn't to become perfect. It's to become whole. That means being happy doesn't mean smiling all the time or never feeling pain. It means living truthfully, being present, having the courage to feel, to make mistakes, to learn, and still move forward with an open heart. Happiness lives in the small actions. When you give thanks, when you take a deep breath, when you choose to forgive. The philosophers taught us that life is like a dance. It's not always on beat, it's not always graceful, but it always has value. And when you learn to dance with your soul, even when you stumble, you discover a kind of joy that doesn't depend on anything outside of you. It comes from the silence that calms you, from the peace you feel when you accept yourself just as you are. That is true happiness. Jung believed that each person has a unique mission, and that mission doesn't need to be grand in the eyes of the world. It could be taking care of someone, creating something beautiful, teaching with love, or simply living with kindness. When you find that purpose, something that makes your heart beat stronger, you light a spark inside, and that light illuminates not only your path but also the paths of those around you. So, if you've made it this far, congratulations. You've already taken huge steps toward your true happiness. Now, close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself, what truly makes me feel alive? Listen to the answer with care, because in the end, the secret to happiness isn't hidden in the world. It is, and always has been, inside you. True happiness doesn't scream, doesn't show off, doesn't need applause. It lives in the silence of a peaceful heart, in the ease of being who you are. No masks, no rush, no fear. Carl Jung taught us that to be happy is to live truthfully, to accept both the light and the shadows within us, to walk inward and find there everything we were searching for outside. When we understand this, something shifts. Not outside, but inside, where happiness begins. Maybe the greatest secret the philosophers left us is this: happiness is not a destination, it's a way of walking. It's when you smile even with tears in your eyes, when you treasure a hug, when you feel like you exactly where you meant to be, even without all the answers. Happiness is a seed, and every choice you make, every thought you nurture is like watering that seed with love and care. Looking inside can be scary. After all, we don't always like what we might find. But it's in that brave gaze, in that honest dive, that light begins to grow. Jung said that only what becomes conscious can be transformed. And maybe, right now, you're awakening something new within you. A simpler, more truthful, more beautiful way to live your life. Now, I invite you to take all of this with you. When you feel sadness, listen. When you feel joy, celebrate. When you feel lost, return to your heart. It knows the way. Happiness lives in the small gestures, in the choices no one sees, in the decisions you make every day to live with more love, more presence, more soul. If this video touched your heart in any way, if a single word here awakened something beautiful inside you, share it with the world. Like it, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to keep going on this journey with us. And most importantly, write in the comments what happiness means to you, because when you share your light, it grows. and together we can transform the world, starting from within.